Chantal, let me know when it started. No, never mind. Okay, we're starting a minute early. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Core CPI Trade Room. My name is Lee Goldstein. I'm the Trading Director at 10-Minute Trades. Please remember that all the trades we discuss are for educational purposes. It is possible to lose money trading futures. Good morning, everybody on YouTube. We are watching gold. This is, in my opinion, one of the best times of the day to trade gold, but I'm concentrating on CPI, so I may miss every single gold trade, maybe except at 820. Maybe at 820, we'll take the time to try and see if there's a gold open trade at 820 to 823. So I may just watch gold while I'm explaining CPI, okay? Watching the news on the side. Hang on one sec. A lot going on here. I just spilled my coffee. Excuse the slurping. All right. CPI, we're looking at NQ. Last month, we are trading what I call a range trade because that's what's been working the best. There is a breakout setup. I do like the range testing better. Okay. I like the range testing better. Why? Because the range lets you miss the initial move and catch the move right after the whip, if there's a whip. And there has been a lot of whipping on CPI. There's been a lot. So if you notice, let me show you something. On today's DMM, be sure to attend the trade room for an alternate range trade setup. Okay. You can trade CPI using a bracket of 20, targets of 20 and 40, with an entry time of 829.59. But I do not like that trade in these markets because of the volatility and the whipping. Okay. It could definitely still work. But we did a lot of testing on this report and we have been trading the range live for quite a while, for months. And we've tested it on the NQ. Now, what's interesting, so last month's CPI, it's always around the same time of the month. Last month, it looked like everything, even the old setups, worked. It's just the way that it behaved. It worked really well. Even an ES breakout looked good last month. But we have not done significant testing on the ES like we have on the NQ. The NQ has been the solid setup. So last month's CPI, and we were looking at the ES breakout. And one of the issues with a breakout is the markets are so volatile now at the time of news that breakouts can be very challenged, especially on a report as big as CPI. Last month, everything worked. It just did. And the ES breakout worked very nicely too. Now, see gold. Mark, I guess you could say the magnet was in play, right? It's in play now. So the NQ setup, I want to watch that video for 1 second. I just want to see something. So we have a very interesting range on this report. It's 5 seconds. Hey, Chantal, would you do me a favor? Verify the NQ range time. Are you able to do that? Verify the NQ range trade time on the CPI? If you can't, I can. If you can't, I can. Give me 1 second, folks. Two seconds. I just want to find one thing to make sure I'm not crazy. You're showing it as 04. I'm showing 05. That's what I want to verify because it looked like it triggered early in the video. I believe it's 05. I believe it's 05. So give me 1 second, folks. It's important. I have the file. This is why every file has to be dated. Every file has to be dated going forward. Okay, I have it. So the range, so we've talked about the way we do our testing. Give me 2 more seconds. I apologize. Okay. So I'm showing 8:30 to 8:30:05. That's what I'm showing. So I'll tell you what. Tell you what. Let me just find one more thing. Two ten, 210, 210. You know, I'm losing my mind, folks. I'm losing my mind. I have it right in front of me. Give me 1 second. I'm definitely losing my mind. .830 to 8:30:05. 8:30 to 8:30:05. I don't know why I didn't trust my own notes, because that's what I have. Now, the markets have been pretty tough. So I'm only trading one contract, but I'm going for 40 ticks. So it's a range trade. It's a range trade. So a range trade has a start time, right? And it's got ticks above the range, ticks below the range, and they're 10 each. 10 each. Graphic shown on chart is a yes. The range start time is 8:30. 8:30. And my target's going to be 50 ticks. My stop is 60 ticks. Yes, it's a big stop. That's how we trade it. My target is 50. And then my entry activation time is 8:30:05. Now, honestly, because we are concentrating on CPI, I can't concentrate on gold. You can't trade, range trade is the trade type. It's very difficult. If you want to trade live, you have to concentrate on what you're trading, especially if you want to try and trade an open. Okay. Now, maybe we'll have a minute or two to calm down. I'll go over the CPI trade one more time. Ticks above the range is 10. Ticks below the range is 10. Okay. Ticks above and below is 10. Graphic shown on chart is on. Range start time is 8:30. And the activation entry time is 8:30:05. It is a range trade. Okay. And I am trading it. And my target is 50 ticks. And my stop is 60. And that's my NQ trade. Now, before I click it, let's double check the time, make sure the time's all in the correct place. Range start time, 8:30. Activation entry time, 8:30:05. Okay. Now, NASDAQ has a very big trend down. Okay. When it's big, it's better to put it in points. So my indicator, the net change display, it's in ticks. I need to see it in points. I don't want to have to do any calculating. The NASDAQ is usually calculated in points. So gold has an upward trend today. Mark, are you trading gold these days? I'm just curious if you have a a gold trend? Because I know you look at different times than I do. So the gold trend is up today. Mark agrees too. It all depends. You know, one person could be looking at an instrument and have an uptrend, another one could have a down, depending on your time frame, obviously. Let's check our time sync by going to the website time.is. And now let's watch gold for a couple of minutes. I'm not live on gold. Like I said, you want to concentrate if you're going to trade live. Now, gold opens at 8:30. Okay, it opens at 8:30. That's 5 minutes from now. But I find there are often great signals on gold early and late. I'm not trying to be cute either. I mean, it's just something we've been seeing. But I want exploding signals. I don't want what I'm getting now, even though it's not a bad signal. It's not bad because you have an upward trend. It looks like it might want to test the high, right? It might want to test the high, but it's kind of in a fat. There it goes. Okay, it's going to test that high, but I want exploding signals, especially because I can't concentrate. I have to think about CPI and Q, see if our trade will work. And gold's in a very fat, big range. You almost have a channel, right? Not quite, but it's broken it a couple of times. It looks this morning like it wants to wait for the open. And the gold open is at 820. 820. Sometimes you get a fast signal, sometimes you don't. It's nice to get a tick strike number better than 8 if you can get it, is pretty strong. So I want to thank folks for watching us on YouTube. Right now, we don't know what gold is. It's going to open in 20 minutes, in 4 minutes, 3 minutes. We don't know if it's a buy or a sell. It has an upward trend. But it can just as easily reverse on the open. It is quiet, Mark. I agree. It's definitely quiet. Definitely quiet. Even though it's up $24. But there were much stronger signals at the beginning of the week. I mean, it's already Thursday. So we're just waiting. We got a good 10 minutes. CPI, we're trading the NQ on the left. And we have a range set up for it. That's been working nicely. And because I'm trading we're really concentrating on CPI this morning. It's definitely very hard to concentrate also on the gold open. It is. It's hard because I really like to watch gold with undivided attention at least 15 minutes before the open. Undivided attention. I like to watch it really carefully. And it's true, it has not been giving great signals this morning. You can see since the ECB, before the ECB, gold had a trend, nice move up and then a nice move down on the news. And since then, it's really been a large consolidation. So I don't know what direction it's going to go. The open has taken place and nothing's happening. So if nothing's happening, you don't do anything. There's nothing to trade. You don't have to take it. Now you've got no signals. It looks down, right? But it's going down. Now you have your first signal. You could have taken that. I'm late now. I'm late. I'm too late. I missed it, right? I think I missed it, to be honest. If I got lucky enough to hit my first target, I was late with that. It wasn't a strong enough signal. And that's why I'm testing. I'm not live on it. Now, if you want to survive this trade, you need a big down burst signal right now. More than a 7. More than a 7. So I hit a small target. Now I can move my stop to break even. And if it hits me and takes me out, small profit, you could keep trading it if you want. You can wait now. I like to turn it off and turn it back on. I was a little bit late on that, and that's why I grabbed a profit. But it looks like it wants to go down on this open. But I'd like better signals if I was going to do it. I would like better signals. 7, it's okay as a signal, but it's not exploding like it's been doing all week. So I might just pass. I might just pass. So, and I kind of agree with Mark. It just may not be worth the effort this morning. So, CPI, if you think that I'm not concerned about getting a decent trade because we've been struggling, I am. There's not much I can do right now except take our setup, take the setup that's been working. That's what I can do. I can take the setup that's been working, right? That's all I can do. And I'm not going to trade gold anymore because I want to concentrate on CPI. All right. I don't want it. It was down. Okay. You could have traded it down probably one more time. So we still have time. CPI in January looked like this. CPI in January, it had a crazy whipsaw that somehow we survived. Look at this whipsaw. If we survived this whipsaw because it was pretty slow, believe it or not, moving down. It was not a bad move down, but what a crazy whipsaw that was. So CPI can really see we're gonna miss that move. We're gonna miss that move. TJ, 1 second. At least we want to miss that move, right? We want to miss it. This is the setup I'm using. Ticks above the range, 10. Ticks below the range, 10. Range starting at 8:30. Entry activate 8:30:05. Targets of 25 to 75. You can be in between that, obviously, and a stop of 60. That's the setup I'm using. Trading the NQ. So gold open was down today. Okay. We caught 5 ticks only because we weren't concentrating on it. But you see that you get good signals. You get good help on the signals. Now CPI, you probably could trade our gold setup on CPI after the news. If you got monster signals, gold will move on CPI. And that's probably why it's quiet today. Gold will move on CPI. Because keep in mind, we trade gold on CPI before it got so whippy that it was untradeable, right? I'm going to check my time sync one more time. Can't hurt. Time.is. So we have 2.5 minutes. I guess you can hear me breathe, right? If I do that, you can hear me sighing. My mic's right at my face. So I want to thank everybody on YouTube. There's not one like. Give us a couple of likes. Sign up for the channel. Hit the notification bell on YouTube. No likes. Wow. You hate us that much on YouTube. I do not have allergies, Calvin. No allergies. So what's going to happen is a range is going to start drawing at 8:30. It'll be pretty big. And then I'll try to wait it out and not cancel it. And we're looking for the NQ to go in a single direction after 5 seconds. That's what's been working on this report. A minute to go, not even. So we're just waiting. And then the news will come out, and we have 5 seconds almost before we're going to do anything. So is it going to work? We don't know. You want it to. Here comes our range. There's the news. I think the news was late. Bingo. Okay. CPI setup is great. Let's watch gold for a second. CPI trade is great. We probably undershot it by a mile. Undershot it by a mile. Gold shooting up. Now I'm not live on gold. Okay. I got in late. I'm late on gold. I'm late. No signals. I got in on an 8. I really should have waited. I'm going to get stopped because I didn't wait. Okay. I did not trade gold well, but I'm testing gold. I'm not live on it. Okay. I'm not live on it. NQ worked. Okay. NQ worked. Chantal's a great setup. Chantal's a great setup. Let's look at the ES. Now we're staying in the room for the oil open. Okay. Staying in the room for the oil open. Now, what we could have done, but I didn't, it's just so much going on. So much going on. What we could have done and what you should do if you're trading this kind of a report, we could have used the NQ to help us. Okay. Now, I know that our setup is pretty quick on this trade, so I wasn't really expecting to take an after trade. All right. I'm just not. I have other things I want to do this morning. It's not like I'm trading by myself. If I was trading by myself, I might have the NQ up and I might be looking for after trades. Okay. But I want to show you the oil open. So, if you were not afraid, and everybody has every right to be afraid because trading's been difficult, right? But some setups have really been solid. And CPI, I think it's going to go back to being a family money trade. No joke. Because it's trading really well. And I traded it in the wrong account. This should have been in the family money account, to be honest. But it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. It was a good setup. That's what counts. It's a good setup. I'm going to reboot my platform. I'm watching oil. All I'm watching is oil. Just give me a second. All of this takes thought, right? A little bit of time, a little bit of thought. First, I want to thank everybody on YouTube. I can't believe we only have 3 likes. You saw us trade USCPI with a beautiful winning trade. Beautiful winning trade. So thank you for watching on YouTube, Chantal. You can close the stream. Sign up for our channel. Give us a couple of likes before we go, and you'll know the next time we're streaming. And if you want to join our trade room, we'd love to have you join the trade room on YouTube, www.jointhetraderoom.com, www.jointhetraderoom.com. Come and join us, just $97 a month, and you can learn to do what we do. Okay? Chantal, you can shut the stream. Thank you very much, everyone on YouTube. And we're going to stick around for the oil open.